My brother took my bully out on a date, and I've never been happier. I came home crying again, and this time my older brother Ian was there to see it. He grabbed my arm before I could disappear into my room. What happened? I tried to pull away, but he held firm. It's nothing, I insisted, but that only made him press harder. Lily, he said softly, this is the third time you've come home crying like this. Talk to me. The warmth in his voice broke me. I immediately told him everything. About my bully B, about how she'd spread rumors that I was sleeping with teachers for grades and turned my entire friend group against me, how she'd accidentally spilled drinks all over my assignments and accidentally cut my hair in class, and how she'd whisper horrible things every time she walked past me in the halls. It hurt just even talking about it, but Ian listened quietly. His jaw tightened when I finished. She's single, right? I nodded, confused as to why he'd ask that kind of question, but he just smiled and patted my head. Don't worry about her anymore. Leave it to your big brother to talk some sense into her, okay? I nodded. Later that night, Ian slid into her DMs, and she responded almost instantly. I mean, who wouldn't? Ian was 23, handsome, charming, successful. There wasn't a girl he couldn't charm, and B was all over him, sending flirty texts and pictures every hour, giggling at each compliment Ian threw at her. They weren't even that great. Like, how in the world do girls fall for lines like, you're so mature for your age? Still, whatever he was doing, it worked. 2 days later, he took her out to dinner at the most expensive restaurant in our city. He showed up to her house to pick her up and slipped a corsage on her wrist. B blushed red as he said in that low, irresistible voice, of course, a girl like you deserves to be treated right. From that moment, she was hooked. At the restaurant, Ian pulled out her chair for her, ordered wine for the table, asked her about her dreams, her goals, what she wanted out of life. B talked about herself the entire night, and Ian listened to every word like she was the most fascinating person he'd ever met. You're so different from other girls, he told her, lifting the wine to his lips. You actually know what you want. I've always been independent, she said, flipping her hair. Her cheeks burned red. He smiled. That's rare. Most people our age have no ambition. She practically glowed under his attention, and as the night went on, she got more comfortable. She ordered the lobster, the wagyu, a second bottle of wine, dessert for both of them. I hope it's okay, she said, shyly tucking her hair behind her ear. Ian reached across the table and stroked her hand. Of course. I like when a girl's not afraid to eat, so please, bon appetit. She munched down on her food and even ordered extras for takeout. Then the check came. Ian reached for his wallet, but B's hand shot out first. No, I've got this, she said. I'm not like those girls who expect a guy to pay for everything. Ian paused, then smiled warmly and put his wallet away. I wouldn't insult your independence by arguing with you. Then he sat back and waited. B laughed awkwardly, then reached for the bill. When she saw the number, her eyes widened. $487. She stared at it for a long moment, then glanced up at Ian, a guy way out of her league just sitting there. She expected him to fight her for the bill. I mean, that's how it's supposed to go, right? The guy reaches for the bill, the girl offers to pay instead, the guy insists, and the girl gets to walk away looking generous without spending a dime. But Ian didn't play that game. Now, she was trapped trying to look good in front of him. Everything okay? He asked innocently, glancing over at her. Yeah, totally fine. Her voice came out tight. She handed the waiter her card. He came back a minute later and leaned down quietly. I'm sorry, miss. This one was declined. B's cheeks flushed. Try this one. She handed him another card. Other diners were starting to glance over. The waiter returned again, shaking his head apologetically. Declined. B pulled out her phone, hands trembling slightly as she transferred money from her savings account. The waiter waited. Ian waited. The whole restaurant seemed to be watching. When it finally went through, B looked like she wanted to disappear. They walked out in silence. Ian stepped inside his car first, but when B reached for the passenger side door, he locked it and rolled down the window. Sorry, but my home is in the other direction. Think you can catch a cab? B started to shake. I only have $20. I don't think a cab will. Oh, that's rough, but walking's great too. He smiled. Wait, what about our next date? She asked just as he started the engine. Ian turned to her. This time all the warmth from earlier was completely gone. There won't be one. You're not really my type. He paused. But thanks for dinner. It was delicious. When Ian got home, he showed me a picture of the receipt. I couldn't believe it. But the next day, B came to school embarrassed. Each time someone asked about the big fancy date with the older guy, she'd look completely defeated. Since then, anytime she'd try to bug me, all I needed to do was bring up that date and she'd walk away with her tail between her legs.